Tonight on NewsWatch 12 at 6, not one but two fires broke out in the early morning hours. We'll have details on those fires coming up. And we'll take a look at the community meeting that took place last night and what the president of Pacific Power had to say to Talent residents. Plus, an exclusive look at a local attempt for a Guinness World Record that's coming up tonight.
And we got a chilly morning in store for the region tomorrow, but we will see a warmer and brighter afternoon for your Friday. Closer look at tomorrow's forecast and, of course, what to expect for the weekend coming up. But first,
watching out for you. This is NewsWatch 12 at 6.
Some disturbing breaking news today. An employee at the Children's World Montessori School in Ashland was arrested on charges of sexual exploitation of a child. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Haley Gravitt. Ashland police say the suspect was employed there where some of the crimes were committed. A report made to the Central Point Police Department led to the arrest of 68-year-old Craig Albert Johnson of Ashland. Johnson was booked in the Jackson County Jail on July 30th on 3 charges. Detectives found that Johnson worked at the school in Ashland, where they say several instances of exploitation had occurred. Several victims have been identified so far, and detectives are working to identify more potential victims.
We're at the very preliminary stages. The detectives are still trying to identify victims. All of the victims who have been identified, their parents have been notified. We're trying to figure out how wide this victimization is. Just that it would happen to one child is bad enough, but obviously it's happened to many, and there will likely be more parental notifications to come.
Now, we did reach out to the school to get more information. Ashland's chief of police saying the school is cooperating in this investigation and wants justice for the victims and their families. As of now, all of the victims who have been identified so far in this investigation have been in contact with police. We have all the details that we know so far on our website, KTV.com. We'll be continuing to dig into this story to get more updates for you. Be sure to stay tuned for NewsWatch 12 at 11 tonight as we continue to ask your questions. And on to a crime watch tonight. The Klamath County Sheriff's Office served a search warrant for what appeared to be an illegal outdoor marijuana grow site. Over 5,000 marijuana plants and 3 firearms were seized during the search, and 2 were arrested on scene and are being charged. More than 700,000 gallons were illegally used, and an investigation for unlawful use of groundwater is continuing. The 2 property owners were not located but are at a recommendation of criminal charges by the Klamath County DA's office. And a 17-year-old was arrested last night after threatening the principal of Henley High School. The Klamath County Sheriff's Office was informed of a person making threats to a local principal around 11 p.m. A recently expelled student was developed as a suspect and was taken into custody. The Sheriff's Office said posts on social media involved additional threats and a warning for students to stay home, but police believe the only person responsible is in their custody. That individual now being charged with disorderly conduct. Police are patrolling school in the Klamath County School District today. And the Mount Shasta Police Department is reminding kids and their families about stranger danger. This comes as police responded to a report of an adult scaring elementary school students this morning. 4 Sisson school students told their principal this morning about an adult coming up to them when they were walking to school. The principal then notified police, who were able to find a person of interest in this case. In the investigation, they found that a man was looking for his missing cat, but did so in a way that unknowingly scared the children. Police then reminded the man about appropriate ways to ask for help. Just after midnight last night, a commercial fire on Rogue River Highway in Grants Pass began and shut down the highway. Just look at the flames behind me. Grants Pass Fire and Rural Metro Fire responded to 2 alarm fires and put out the fire within an hour. 2 businesses were inside the building. One of them was a motorcycle shop.
To my motorcycle club, the guys got here pretty quick, helped get all the bikes out and all the valuable stuff out of the shop. And we got everything out quick, and they got the fire out before it got over to this building.
While removing the bikes helped save some of the business's property and prevent the fire from growing even faster, the other business did not survive the fire. And that wasn't the only fire reported in the early hours of this morning. Rural Metro Fire shared these pictures on Facebook of a fire that started in an attic. An occupant was able to keep the fire in check with a garden hose until firefighters were able to respond and stop any further spread. No injuries were reported, and the cause of this fire is under investigation. 6 different agencies worked alongside the Oregon Department of Forestry Southwest to respond to this incident. Let's check in now with Storm Watch 12 Chief Meteorologist Matt Hoffman to see what our conditions are looking like for us outside right now. Clear skies, looks like.
Yeah, we've been seeing those clouds melting away through the afternoon. Take a look. Our temperature is a little bit warmer this afternoon, but still running well below average. We're at 73 degrees in Medford, at 69 in Brookings and Wairika, and currently 65 degrees in Klamath Falls. With these clear skies, and winds will be diminishing as well for this evening. It's going to set us up for a pretty cold night tonight, especially on the east side, down to 36 in Klamath Falls. But outside of the city, we will be concerned about frost and freeze conditions. We do have a freeze warning that's been issued for the east side. Areas like Chemult, Crescent, as well as Fort Rock having that potential of at least those readings getting down below 32 degrees, as cold as 29, and then a pretty expansive frost advisory through Klamath and Lake County. Bonanza, Bly, all included in that frost advisory, so be sure to cover any sensitive plants. Despite that chilly start for the region, we will be seeing some warmer temperatures tomorrow afternoon, a bit more seasonal as well, up to 84 in Medford and 78 in Klamath Falls. Some dry weather the next couple of days, but tracking the next storm system for later in the weekend. We'll talk timing of the return of showers and thunderstorms coming up in just a bit. Haley?
Matt, thank you. And Governor Tina Kotek has declared a drought emergency in Lake County today. According to the U.S. Drought Monitor, Lake County has been in moderate drought since July 9th of this year. Kotek's office says forecasted water supply conditions and precipitation levels are not expected to meaningfully improve. Drought is likely to have a significant economic impact on the agriculture, livestock, and natural resources sector. Extreme conditions are expected to affect local growers and livestock as well. In an update, last night the community of Ashland packed a small room into the city's library, both to express their concerns and to hear what the president of Pacific Power had to say to them.
And you're here because you're angry, and you're here because you're frustrated, and frankly, a lot of you are here because you feel vulnerable. And for that, I apologize. The performance of the system this summer has not lived up to my expectations, and it hasn't lived up to yours.
While Flynn said the changes that need to be made won't happen overnight, Pacific Power promises to do better, and customers hope that that is reflected within their power bills. Onto a traffic alert. The city of Medford is reducing speeds on both Central Avenue and Riverside Avenue. On Central Avenue from 10th Street to Barnett Road, it will be reduced from 35 miles per hour to 30 miles per hour. And on Riverside Avenue, Barnett Road to 12th Street, it will become a 30 miles per hour zone and a 20 mile per hour zone after 12th Street until Jackson Street. These speed limit reductions take effect next week on Thursday and will be photo enforced. If you missed it in our 4 and 5 p.m. show, we have you covered. A near Rogue River is on a quest to break a world record, the record being her large collection of hippos. NewsWatch 12's Damien Alvarado gives us a look inside Hippo Palooza.
This Saturday and Sunday you can experience the world's largest hippo collection and the one and only Hippo Palooza. Happening Saturday and Sunday, and you can see different collections and also a different hippo product, such as this one being the very first hippo Sherry ever received.
A stapler, a pencil sharpener.
Welcome to Hippo Palooza. I have the world's largest hippopotamus collection, so let's go take a look.
Sherry's collection began in 1980, and it's grown into a massive endeavor. Her home is now a museum of sorts with hippos in every corner, from her kitchen to her bathroom.
I feel I have a sixth sense for them. I can walk past a store and have to stop because I can almost feel that there's a hippo in there.
What's really cool is how Sherry's collection reflects her love for her community and her life's journey. She's got pieces from local artisans, like handmade crochet hippos from a farmer's market, and sentimental items gifted by friends and family. Her husband and kids are all in on the hunt too, making it a family affair.
He knows everywhere I go. I'm not just looking at stuff. I am looking for hippos.
The Guinness World Record process has been a huge task. Sherry spent months photographing and categorizing every moment. And now she's gearing up for a public showcase this weekend to get her collection officially recognized.
I just love hippos. That's all I gotta say is I love hippos. They're my spirit animal, apparently. They chose me.
Now, it's not just about the record. It's about sharing her passion with others and celebrating her unique hobby. Near Rogue River, David Alvarado, NewsWatch 12.
A collection like no other. And looking ahead to the weekend, the Rogue Broadband Southern Oregon Brew Fest kicks off tomorrow. There will be food trucks, vendors, and an Elton John Experience tribute band performing on Saturday.
This is a new one to do something this big. We've usually always had just local bands who come and play. This is the first time we brought in somebody a little bit bigger to try something different, and see how it goes.
This Brew Fest has been going on for over 15 years, and this year will have over 70 taps from merchants across the state. And today we recognize National Police Women Day. Local police officers are celebrating the women who dedicate their lives to serving their community each day. To all the women serving our community, a big thank you for your service.